Audrey, this is wonderful. I'm going to hate it when you leave. You're spoiling it.
Oh, I've always loved after-dinner snacks. You know, I used to fix them a lot for Ann and Steve when they missed dinner.
Yeah. I wonder who that could be. I'll get it.
All right.
Steve.
Hello, Jessie. I'd like to talk to Audrey. May I come in?
Yes, I'm sorry, of course. Audrey?
Yes, Jessie, I heard. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Audrey.
If you'll excuse me.
Oh, Jessie, please don't go.
No, I really have a lot of tidying up to do in the bedroom. Excuse me.
So, what brings you here? Don't tell me you rushed your dinner with Dr. Collins.
I didn't rush dinner with anybody. I didn't have any dinner.
Well, I called the university earlier, and they...
You tried to call me?
Yes?
No wonder you thought I was having dinner with Dr. Collins.
Well, what were you doing with her?
Doing? I simply drove her back to her hotel from the seminar. Came straight here. Audrey, I can't stand being at home without you for another minute. Now, will you please come back?
Steve, please, it isn't...
You never should have left home in the first place. This whole thing is insane. Because of a silly cocktail party I didn't tell you about, our whole life is upside down.
Well, maybe there are a lot of things you didn't tell me about.
Audrey, you know what it's like at medical conventions. Every year I throw a little cocktail party, right?
Right.
Well, the costs being what they are at the hotels, I shared expenses with Dr. Collins, and we hosted together. We joined forces. It was simply a matter of convenience and economy.
But what about Dr. Acton?
Oh, Dr. Acton, she showed up at the party with some doctor I scarcely knew. She never met me before or Dr. Collins, and she assumed... Well, you know what she assumed.
She assumed that the two of you were married.
Yes, as crazy as that seems.
What about the hotel bill?
Audrey, I explained all that to you. Dr. Collins and I shared the expenses, and they put the expenses on the Dr. and Mrs. Hardy account. Here. Here's the corrected hotel bill. And a letter of apology from the hotel. Audrey, there never was a woman in my room with me. There never was, and there never will be, unless it happens to be you.
Oh, Steve, I feel like such a fool. I've jumped all the wrong conclusions. I'm sorry.
I should have told you what was going on. Then you wouldn't have to jump to any silly conclusions. I'm sorry, too.
Will you forgive me?
Only if you hurry up and come back home with me.
I mean to think that I really
I know what you thought, and you really flatter me. But let me tell you something. So that we don't ever get our wires crossed again. There's only one woman in this world for me. And I happen to be married to her.
I do love you.
And I love you.
And I will never, ever doubt you again.
I think we better get Jessie back in here.
Oh, gee, I forgot all about her. Oh, Steve, I am so glad. Just a minute. Jessie! Jess, come on out.
Well, you seem to have better communication.
Oh, you're right. Our communications needed work.
Yes, it's nice to see you smiling again.
I'm happy to say that I am going home.
I'm happy to say I couldn't be happy to see you go.
Oh, really? Is it all right if I get my things later?
Oh,
Yeah, make it later. I've got my wife now, and that's all that counts.
well, I knew it was a matter of time.
Oh, Jessie, thank you. Thank you for everything. You're an angel. Let me up coat.
All right.
Oh, here he is.
He won't leave her side. He just sits there, staring at her like a lost little boy.
Is there any way of knowing when she'll come to?
Dan, that could be a very long wait. Very long.
Well, I don't blame Luke. If he wasn't in there, I would be.
Poor Dan, I know this is terribly hard for you.
I'll have to admit. Ruby's very special to me.
Ruby's become very special to a lot of us.
I just love her so much. I feel so close to her ever since the wedding. Oh, Laura, I wish you were here for Luke.
We're here for him in Laura's place.
But we can't do anything, and I worry about him. Rick,
I know.
first Laura, and now this. How much can one person take?
I would say just about as much as anybody could dish out. That's one very important reason why she loves him so much. His strength.
Yeah, he's got a lot more of that than most people suspect.
Well, it certainly is being tested, isn't it?
The Spencers are very resilient. We should all know that by now.
Here we go, everybody.
Ah, thank you. How sweet of you.
Is he still in there?
Thank you. Yep. Yep,
Thanks
you're not
very
going to
much.
get him to move.
What's Ruby's condition at this point?
Well, she's going to improve. Goodness, she has to. For all of our sakes.
You're just being silly.
I'm not being silly.
Yes, you are. Lots of doctors and nurses take care of me. You just get in their way.
Well, who is going to entertain you?
They said I could watch television.
Television? Ha! That's not entertainment. Now this is entertainment.
Joe, my stitches.
Now, aren't you glad they sent in the clowns?
Oh, yes, I am. But I just wish Bobby were here. Then it would be like old times.
Yeah. A few laughs, a few tears, a few bottles of booze. Just like the old days with the Spencers, huh?
She's back from her trip.
I talked to her this morning. She is back, and we decided that instead of her taking more time off to come up here and see you, that I would take you down there.
New York.
Yeah, the three of us in Sin City. You think we can handle it?
Oh, I'll pack my bags and go.
All right, baby. We have to wait until the doctor says it's okay for you to lift those bags, but,
That's okay. Give me something to look forward to.
that's the way I like to hear you talk. I promise you, just as soon as, the doctor says it's okay, I'll whisk you off to New York City so fast it'll make your IV spin. We'll have a real vacation if we don't get busted.
Oh, with Bobby there, it'll make it really special.
Yeah. So all we need is the doctor to say it, and...
Morning, Ruby.
Speaking of the devil,
Hey, look, don't tell me you've been here all night.
Oh, no, I went home.
Oh, good. I don't think this hospital can handle more than one Spencer at a time.
Yeah. Well, listen, so what's the news? Is she okay?
You could say that. I have some important news.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
Well?
Well, yesterday's test results are in, and from the looks of them, you're going to be as good as new.
you mean that?
Yeah, I expect a complete recovery.
And what to say?
You might start by apologizing.
Apologizing?
You gave me quite a scare in the operating room.
Oh, whose fault was that?
What do you mean?
Well, you didn't think I was just going to go in there and have your simple, easy operation.
No, you're right. Yeah, I should have known. Anyway, I'm just glad you pulled through.
Did a great job.
You sure did. Doctor, thank you for saving her life.
That's what we're here for.
Listen, when she's all fully recovered, would it be okay if she goes to New York?
Oh, I don't see why not, as long as you take it easy, Ruby.
Well, I'll do whatever you say. Thank you, Doctor.
Well, I'll see you later.
Thank you.
I'll be back on my rounds. Okay.
Thanks, Doctor. Did you hear what he said?
Of course I heard. You're going to be okay?
I'm glad you heard it. I thought maybe I was dreaming.
No, you're not dreaming. You pulled through it. You pulled through this like you pulled through everything else. You are a strong, beautiful lady, Ruby Anderson. You are a true credit to womanhood.
Oh, you come here. Think I'm going to let you get away with a compliment like that? Oh. I love you.
I love you, too.
We idiots.
Yeah, we're a couple of dim-witted, sentimental dolts, you know that.